actually had some decent sales over Christmas weekend, so let's talk about them. Hey guys, it's me, Kay, and you've arrived in my weird little corner of the internet. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller, mostly on eBay and Poshmark. I do also sell locally at an antique mall, and I have Mercari and Depop accounts, which actually I did make a Depop sale over this weekend. So, like I said in the intro, I made a few sales. I made like 14, I think, across Poshmark, eBay, and Depop, which is kind of a lot for me, and it was a little bit surprising considering that mostly I sell pre-owned clothing and shoes, and that's not really the most desirable category when it comes to the holiday season. And a lot of them were full price sales on Poshmark, which also hardly ever happens to me. So I brought you out to the shed. That's where we are right now. You can see my inventory behind me, and let's talk about what sold. Okay, so first is the Depop sale, and I will be putting images here of the sales for you so you can see my listings. This is the mountain tee. It's like yellow with some floral on it. This one is actually vintage, and I had this listed on all of my platforms. It had 61 likes on Depop, which for me is a lot because I don't really sell that much on Depop. I think I've made like 4 or 5 sales this year, and this is the first year that I ever had a Depop. I had this listed for $25 and got an $18 offer, and I've gotten a couple offers on this actually, and every time I've accepted them, the buyers never paid. So this time I didn't expect the buyer to pay, but they did. They paid within like a couple hours. So yeah, $18 for this, the mountain tee on Depop. Okay, now we'll go over into eBay. So first on eBay is this pair of Levi's 501s. They are white, as you can see, and these sold full price, $60. So yeah, I'm really happy with that sale. Again, I don't often make full price sales, whether it's eBay or Poshmark or any of the other platforms. So I'm always a little bit happier when I make full price sales and I don't have to deal with offers and all of that stuff. But yeah, $60 for this pair of Levi's. And those are actually not the only pair of Levi's that I sold full price this weekend. Next we have the mountain tee. This one is also vintage. It's also new old stock, or NOS. NOS is boss if you watch Kevin the Commonwealth Picker. This one is like a kitten in a pair of overalls. It's from, I believe, 2001, and this sold on an offer from a buyer on eBay for $22. Next we have a very low dollar sale. It was a $10 offer on eBay, but I'm always happy to move stuff out, to be honest, because I don't have enough room for my stuff. I have maxed out all of these storage bins here in my shed because the other half of my shed is dedicated to all of like my lawn things and things that are supposed to be stored in a shed, hoses, lawnmower, stuff like that. So I've maxed out my space, and now I have like a giant reusable bag on the floor that's filled of items and bags with no SKUs. So when I can sell things that have a SKU, I'm even more excited because that means I can move stuff over into the bins from this bag that's just out in the middle of the floor of my shed. Anyway, back to this sale. This is a maroon 5 tee. Admittedly, not the best purchase. When I'm looking for band tees, you kind of want like the rock tees. Those are the ones that do the best. So maroon 5. I wouldn't pick this up again, but $10 sale. Yep, glad that it's gone, to be honest. Next we have an activewear sale. If you've watched any of my recent videos, like my thrift hauls, I've been talking about how I am excited for January and trying to prepare my stores for all of the New Year's resolutioners who are gonna go and start back up at the gym or start the gym for the first time. And so January is a very heavy active time for athleisure, and so I am kind of prioritizing that when I'm out sourcing, and this is no exception. This is Lululemon. This is called the Run U-Turn, I believe, pullover. It's reversible. It does have the size tag still there, so I didn't have to do measurements, and this sold on an offer from a buyer on eBay for $32. Okay, and the last sale on eBay I haven't found yet because I think it's in that reusable bag without a SKU, so I have to kind of dig through there and find it, but I will talk about it now and show you guys the photo on the screen. So it's a new with tag pair of pants from Wilfred, which is sold at Aritzia. It's kind of essentially like a Canadian Anthropologie where they have a whole bunch of different brands that sell under the umbrella of Aritzia. These are called the Diamante pant, and they're a size 0. Their original retail price was $148, and I took an offer on these of $30. Aritzia and Anthropologie actually don't really do the best for me, so I'm very picky. I honestly only grabbed these because they were new at tags and it was about to be Q4, and so I wanted to source more things that were brand new because, like I mentioned, pre-owned clothing typically not the best mover this time of year. So yeah, I'm happy with that $30 sale. And now let's move over to Poshmark. Okay, the first one on Poshmark we're going to talk about was a full price sale. It's this pair of Sorel sandals. These actually came in a ThredUp fun box, so my cost is like $3 and change, $3.40, something around there. And these sold full price for $55. They're in pretty good condition, heavy treads on the bottom. They do have a flaw though. The person who owned these previously had like non-slip stuff stuck in the straps, and so when I removed them, it's still, if you can hear, a little sticky in there, so I did just note it in the description. So yeah, $55 sale on these. Next we have another jeans sale. These are from NSF. It's a very pricey brand, but resale can be variable, for lack of a better word. So it's all over the place basically. And these I listed high at $85 and got an offer yesterday of $60. So I happily took that because otherwise these would probably sit for a while. They're like a blue denim with a lot of bleaching down the center. You guys will have seen the stock photo and my listing photos from Poshmark, so happy with a $60 sale. Okay, this next item is a fairly recent one that I've shown you maybe like 2 months ago. I went thrifting with my local friend Daniela, and I found these adorable teeny tiny baby Crew Cuts by J. Crew slippers. They're like Sherpa lined. They look like something UGG would put out, to be honest. I don't think they were ever worn. Even like around the house there is virtually no wear. I listed these around $25 and took a $19 offer from someone on Poshmark. Next we have another ThredUp item. So this also came in a fun box. It's this Victoria's Secret like lingerie travel case. It's satin lined. There's a space for underwear, bras. It says panties in here, and then this says sexy little things, and this bottom section says bras. And so my cost of goods again in the fun boxes is about $3 and change, and this sold on an offer for $30. This next item is pretty old. I want to say it's about 2 years old probably, and so I was really happy to get an offer on this, even though it was more than half off of my listing price. But in any case, this is an Urban Outfitters sweater, just the Urban Outfitters, you know, house brand, not like BDG or any of those other ones, just Urban Outfitters, and it's like a pink knit sweater, and this sold for $15. So not the greatest sale, but again, this one is a little bit bulky. As you can see, it's almost maxed out, this gallon size bag. So I am happy to have another space for a different item I can pull from this bag over here by my feet and put it actually into my inventory system. Next is another activewear piece. It's yet another piece of Lululemon. This sale actually just came in since I've been out here in the shed. So this makes, I think, 15 sales overall for the weekend. Monday's not over, but I don't expect that many sales to be coming in. I was more so just surprised to get a few sales. I had 5 or 6 sales on Poshmark just on Christmas Eve alone, and I did not expect to be getting that many sales on Christmas Eve, and I did get a few yesterday on Christmas Day as well. Anyway, this is a Swiftly tank top. The Swiftly tech pieces can be really desirable, so I do look out for them, even though I don't often pick up the tank tops anymore, especially if they're, you know, $5 and up. I usually try to stay under that $5 mark, especially for tank tops, but I will pay up a little bit more, just a little bit, for the Swiftly pieces, because they usually sell pretty fast, and they always have the size inside the seam on the tops, whether it's the short sleeve or the tank top. Just roll up that bottom hem and you should see the size there, even if it's not, you know, like the long tearaway tag. This one is like a green color, and this sold on an offer for $22. Again, not the best sale, but I like a quick flip, so I'm always happy when these items move really fast. These are just those Wilfred pants I talked about earlier, the new with tag pair that sold on eBay. I found them in the bag that's on the floor, so I'm just pulling those to put in the bag to take back into the house. And we have another Lululemon piece. This is a scuba hoodie. This is a purple one. It's the last one that I have. I just sold a blue one a couple weeks ago. This one I had listed at $60 and got a $40 offer. Again, it's very bulky, so I'm always happy to move stuff. Over the weekend, I also was really trying to hit my goal of profit for the year of 2022. I was this close, but I'm happy to say, spoiler alert, if you watch my goals video, which will come out in the beginning of January, I made my goal. So I'm really excited, and this helped me get there. So I am happy to accept a $40 offer on something listed for $60. Okay, this next piece is something that was from my personal closet. It's sold on offer for $19. It's from a TV show from like the Y2K era that I loved. I still kind of like, but I really loved it back when I was a teenager. But it's called One Tree Hill. It was on like the CW network.
It's you.
What?
When all my dreams come true, the one I want next to me. It's you.
Which used to be, I think, like the WB. But anyway, it says Keith Scott Body Shop on it. It's just a hoodie. And again, this sold on an offer for $19. Okay, so this is the last sale, and then I'm going to go inside because it is freezing out here. So apologies if my nose is really red. It's bitter cold up in New England, and I am out in the shed. So there's no heat out here, none of that stuff. But this is the last sale I have to share with you. This is actually the first sale that I made on Christmas Eve. It's another pair of Levi's jeans. These are a 501 wedgie fit. They're a smaller size. They're 26. They have like a fringe hem. And this was also a full price sale. And they sold flat out for $60. So like 3 pairs of jeans, 3 Lululemon items. That's the majority of what I am selling right now. End of December 2022. But that's everything that I have to share with you guys. I'm gonna go inside, get these packaged up, and schedule a pickup for my mailman, since I'm sure tomorrow will be a busier day for him because of the holiday. And you know, today the mail is closed, the post office is closed in observance of Christmas. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed it at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube to know what type of content you enjoy seeing from me. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here in my weird little family on the internet, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.